This is a very painful story. An 11-year-old girl by the name of Divine Mbaga left home for school on the 18th of March 2026, only to be found dead in an uncompleted building the very next day in one of the worst states you could ever imagine. Now, this happened in Yaoundé in Cameroon, and from what we know, Divine, who is 11 years old, had gone to school that fateful day, and by the end of the day, she didn't return. Her parents became worried, and part of why they were worried was because she is diabetic, and they needed to give her an insulin shot for the day. So when she didn't show up, they panicked. They went to the school to see what was going on, only to get there and everyone said that she had left, like all the other students who had gone home after school hours. But the family were sure that she was not home because she didn't come home. And that was how the search for her began. And they started asking some of the other students who lived in the neighborhood to see if she must have followed anyone home or if she must have told anybody where she was going. Many of them said they did not know, they had no idea where Divine had gone. And one particular student told them that Divine told him specifically that she was going to see an aunt around the neighborhood. The only problem is the family knew that that was a lie because they didn't have any relative around that community. So they had no idea which aunt Divine would have told this young man that she was going to see. Time was going, the family were worried because wherever Divine is, she needed her medication. That was how the whole day went by and Divine did not come home. The next day, the search continued, and in the afternoon on the 19th, a group of children had gone to play in an uncompleted building where they stumbled upon this child in one of the compartments of the building, wrapped up in rags, looking depleted. When the family heard about this young girl that was found in an uncompleted building, they quickly rushed there, even with the insulin shots, because they were expecting that a health crisis would have started kicking in, only for them to get there and they saw Divine, and she was in a very despicable condition. Whatever condition that she was seen in had nothing to do with diabetes. She looked like she had been missing for 100 years. She looked like she had been found under a building rubble. For a moment, they didn't believe she was the one. The insulin medication that they took with them was of no use. Some sources even say that when the mother saw her, they knew instantly that she had no life in her and she was pretty much dead. But the big question became, how did she end up in that uncompleted building? Where did she go? Who brought her there? Like, why didn't she come home? When she was taken to the hospital, they ran a check on her and discovered that, yeah, she had been sexually assaulted. She had been raped. Somebody had touched her inappropriately, and that would have played a role in why she was in the state and situation she was in. And it was in this moment that the family knew that they were dealing with more than just a young girl who left home. So, who had done this to this girl? When word started getting around and people started trying to put one or two together, a group of neighborhood people recalled hearing a young girl screaming in the middle of the night the day before, on the exact day that she went missing on the 18th. Neighbors in a specific neighborhood said that they heard a young girl screaming around 11 p.m. up until 3 a.m. in the morning. That was when the screaming stopped. They even mentioned that the girl was screaming for her mom. But to them, they thought it was a girl who was in pain, who was not feeling fine, who was probably being treated of an injury that was making her scream. So they didn't think too much of it. But coming to see that a young girl found in the neighborhood not far away from where this screaming happened, they just did their mathematics to deduct that that young girl would have been Divine Mbaga, who was screaming the night before. And when the investigation inquired as to where the neighbors heard this screaming coming from, they all pointed to one household. All the neighbors said that the screaming of the young girl was coming from the home of Mr. Eric. Immediately, Mr. Eric was picked up and arrested. But this is the shocking part. It so turned out that Mr. Eric is the father to Divine's classmate, a classmate of Divine. And it's being said that she usually goes to this classmate's house to study from time to time. Here is another thing. That classmate of Divine happens to be the same young man who told Divine's family that Divine told him that she was going to see an aunt. So this young boy, classmates of Divine, knew where Divine was all this while, knew that Divine was in their house, knew Divine was inside the house with the father when they were looking for this young girl. But rather than be honest, the child, the young lad, deceived the family of Divine, lying that she told him she was going to see an aunt. That is how you know that Mr. Eric had clearly pre-planned this act that he was going to do with this girl. This is not one of those sleepovers that something accidentally happened. Nah, this man had planned with his own child to lure Divine to his house so that he can do what he did. Because right now, he's been held responsible for the one behind the sexual assault of this young girl and the one who brought her body to that uncompleted building. It's such an unfortunate situation. It's so painful and it's sad. The good thing is Mr. Eric did not get away with it, but a lot of people online are calling for the child, the son of Mr. Eric, to also be punished somehow, some way. That for a child, he played a role in basically abducting this girl and helping his father commit this act. The internet is crying for justice for her, and I do hope justice is served. It's unclear how this is going to go. It's unclear what is going to happen. It's unclear what Mr. Eric's defense is going to be. It hasn't been stated that he has admitted to committing the act, but right now people are saying that he is the one who forced himself on her, who lured or who made his son, classmate of Divine, lure the young girl to his house to do what he did. And people are also believing that he must have done it to multiple children before now. And for his own child to participate in the extent to which he did, lying and deceiving the family of the young girl, knowing fully well where she was, people are suspecting that, he too would have partaken in such an act. But some people are saying it's the father who would have manipulated him to do it, and that he's just a child too. But you guys let me know your thoughts.